Offbeat Cinema, brought to you by Mighty Taco. Enjoy the great taste anywhere at mightytaco.com. Terrapin Station, the world's Grateful Dead headquarters at terrapinstationbuffalo.com. And poster art. Looking for a unique poster? Go to posterartusa.com.
Welcome, all you cool cats and kittens out there. Welcome for joining us on Offbeat Cinema. And of course, you know I am with my good beatnik buddies, Bird and Theodore. Hello, boys. How are you?
Well, Zelda, I almost didn't make it to tonight's show, you know, because there was some strange, otherworldly noises in my house, and I could not get a second of sleep.
Yeah, but Bird, didn't you have like a open hell mouth in that apartment for a while?
Yeah, well, the hellmouth is still there, but we decorated around it. But this has nothing to do with that. These were otherworldly noises, and you know, if I don't get my 12 hours, I'm a zombie, baby.
Okay, boys. Okay, let's stay focused. Tonight we have a very far gone movie, and it's out there. It's about as strange as the noises in Bird's apartment.
You nailed it, Zelda. Nailed it.
Nailed it?
That's right, because we're seeing Queen of Blood.
Queen of Blood.
Vampires, and it's about as gone, baby, gone as it gets.
Yeah, you know, Bird, the chick in this movie tonight kind of reminds me of that girl that you dated at that college bookstore back in the day. Remember her?
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
It's hard to forget.
You know, there is a little resemblance, you know, but hey, maybe it really is her. But like, if it is, how did she get into outer space, man?
I don't know, but guys, we do have a movie tonight, and so let's focus on that. It's called Queen of Blood.
Oh, Zelda.
What?
Zelda, you're speaking my language. Queen of Blood. Queen of
Here we
Blood.
go.
Listen, 1966,
This
directed
might put me
by
to sleep.
Curtis Harrington. Oh, all right.
No, this is interesting. This is interesting.
Curtis
I love this
Harrington.
stuff.
All right, 1966, directed
Okay.
by Curtis Harrington. Where am I? Over here? Curtis Harrington. And our old friend Roger Corman. Stay awake, Zelda. Our old friend Roger Corman.
Getting a selfie
Come on,
in.
this will only take a minute.
Roger Corman.
Or 5. Yeah, our old friend Roger Corman, see, he got the rights to these crazy sci-fi films from the Soviet Union back when the Soviets were unionized. And, but, you know, he couldn't figure out what to do with this stuff, so he got a friend of his, Curtis Harrington, who's the director, and he said, Curtis, I'm going to give you this footage, Basil Rathbone, at about $12, and I'm going to send you off for a week, and I want you to come up with a film. So Curtis, being Curtis, who was really a cool cat, he came up with Queen of Blood, and it's really a pretty effective and creepy little film. This one is Theodore endorsed. So my rep is on the line tonight, cats. You really got to dig Queen of Blood, so just watch. We'll have more to say later.
Watch it. And
If Zelda lets me say any more
Curtis
later.
never got so much love.
Well, he's a cool guy.
My. Anyway, cats, stick with us. You're going to dig this. Oh, and don't forget to get yourself a big old bowl of popcorn. You know, the real stuff. Get it on the stove, lots of extra butter, and enjoy Queen of Blood. It's far out.
Good evening, folks, and a hearty welcome to our drive-in theater. We have a wonderful evening's entertainment lined up for you, one that will provide several hours of pleasurable relaxation and diversion for you and your family. Did you fail to dress up for tonight's show? No tie, an old shirt and slacks, a house dress? Well, don't give it a thought. We're glad you came as you are. We just want you to enjoy yourselves. Don't forget to visit our refreshment center during the intermission or any time. You love the tasty array of snacks we have to offer. So will the youngsters. Everything is quality and so good. We hope you'll make this a weekly visit. Bring the family. Bring your friends. There are always wonderful new pictures to see, delightful snacks to nibble, a gay, pleasant evening for all. Oh, a word of caution. Don't drive over 10 miles an hour in the theater area for your safety's sake. And Mom or Pop, go with the kids when they leave the car. We hope you have a wonderful time. Come back soon.
The year 1990. The problem of traveling to the moon has been solved for many years. Space stations have been built there, and authorized personnel come and go as they wish. But the moon is a dead world, and the great question about space still remains. Does life exist on another planet? To seek an answer to this question, the major powers of the world have been actively preparing at the International Institute of Space Technology to explore the planets Venus and Mars.
Ready for lunch? Ready for lunch?
Yes.
Oh, great, because I'm starved. I just finished a high G session in the centrifuge.
How do you feel?
Not bad, considering. How's the music of the spheres today?
Listen. We've been picking up these signals now for 3 days. Dr. Faraday thinks they're from a planet within our galaxy, but beyond our solar system.
What, does he think it might be a form of communication?
Well, they're different from anything we picked up before. They're working on some tapes that I've made now, trying to see if they can decipher it. Bill, I'm leaving the recorder on automatic. Will you keep an eye on it for me?
Right.
Must be a message of some kind. And just think, if it is, it will be our first contact with intelligent beings from another planet. You certainly were hungry.
That's the one bad thing about space trips, no banana splits. No matter what they say about that exobiologic food, it tastes terrible.
It's all relative.
That's all it is.
Mind sharing your table with a couple of starving astronauts?
Hi, Tony. Hi, Paul. Sit down.
Have a seat, gentlemen.
Alan was just complaining about the exobiologic food.
You'd better get used to it. That's all you're going to get once you're on the way to Mars. It is Mars you're scheduled for, isn't it?
Yeah, if and when.
What's the latest scuttlebutt there, Tony, baby?
I only know what Mata Hari here tells me. And she gets it straight from the horse's mouth.
You mean Dr. Faraday?
Well, I do hear a remark now and then. They seem to be making some excellent progress on that new radiation shield. As a matter of fact...
Attention, all personnel. All personnel. Assemble immediately in Area 1 for important announcement. Attention, all personnel.
That means us. What am I going to do with this?
So you'll have codes, Stu.
Go at once to Area 1 for important announcement. All personnel.
You think this means we're flying,
all
Alan?
personnel.
Could be there more ready for Mars than we think, huh, Alan?
I hope so. Do you think you're getting married on Mars?
Commander Brockman, what's happened?
No idea. It must be pretty important, though.
That's for sure, sir.
My friends and fellow workers,
In the great adventure of space, I have the most important news to announce since our first successful landing on the moon 20 years ago.
As many of you know, for several weeks now, we have been receiving organized signals from a far galaxy. This morning, our code experts finally deciphered the message these signals contain.
It's a most extraordinary document. It's very long. I'm not going to read it to you, but I would like you to have the gist of it. It informs us
that they are dispatching a spaceship to bring their ambassador to our planet Earth.
they believe our atmospheric conditions will support their form of life,
which apparently is similar to our own.
The timing of their blast off should be just about now. I wanted you here at Space Institute to be the first to know.
I'm sure the entire world will await the arrival of this spaceship
With the keenest anticipation. Thank you.
The world is impatiently waiting further information from the Space Institute, fixing position and probable time of approach of the space vehicle, bringing for the first time in our world's known history to our planet aliens who are our first visitors from a distant galaxy. Meanwhile, at 5:18 this morning, the California Satellite Observatory reported that an unknown object has crossed the orbit of the moon and is rapidly approaching Earth. Scientists unanimously agree that this is not the expected space vehicle itself, but is a mechanical device,
sent ahead by them for reasons unknown at the present time.
Doctor,
Yes?
is your report ready?
They have sent us a video log that contains a photographic record of the alien ship's entire flight.
You ready?
Yes, Doctor, it's in perfect working order.
All right, let's see it. Remarkable. Crash landing on Mars. And this is their SOS. We are obviously in touch with beings who have a very highly evolved technology.
You think their ship was destroyed, Doctor?
No, I don't. I think there's an excellent chance that there may be survivors.
But we haven't received any more signals now for 3 days.
Well, that may mean merely damaged equipment. What I'm interested in is the possibility that these extraordinary creatures who have sent us this video log of their disaster may, at this instant, be waiting for us to rescue them.
Dr. Faraday, we...
Attention, Dr. Faraday. Please report to your office immediately.
They can't wait to hear what it's about. I intend to schedule a press conference for 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. The world wants to know what has happened, and I shall tell them. But the real question remains to be answered. What are we going to do about it?
Mighty Taco, Mighty Taco.
What is Terrapin Station? Well, it's for the living and the dead. It's a unique boutique for the normal and the not so normal. Terrapin Station, Buffalo's most exciting specialty shop, offers you candles, imported clothing, jewelry, books, posters, music, and more. So stop in and say hi at Terrapin Station, 1172 Hurdle.
So stop in and say hi.
Poster art. New, old, and rare posters. art postcards, custom framing, and more. 1055 Elmwood Avenue. Looking for a certain poster? Call us or go to posterartusa.com.
Mom, I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'm gonna get kicked out of school.
I couldn't bear to see my kid like this.
I'm a mom. My baby needs me. I have to intervene. She's using drugs.
My wife and I knew we had to help.
My kid was failing. Bad grades, always out late. We had to get involved. I called the Addiction Hope and Helpline and talked to someone who cares.
Are you or a loved one struggling with addiction, drugs, depression, or alcohol? Call the Addiction Hope and Helpline now for a free assessment. Most health insurance covers substance abuse. You can get help for your child. Call now.
Our family is stronger now, and my daughter is recovering.
We're totally involved with my kid's recovery, and he's getting better because we called.
Call the Addiction Hope and Helpline.
Call 800-765-6950. 800-765-6950.
Mighty Taco, Mighty Taco.
Hey, cats and kittens, chicks and chicklets, welcome back to Offbeat Cinema, and we hope you are digging tonight's way out journey to the stars, Queen of Blood. But you know, this is a pretty unconventional kind of vampire flick, and it's got the three of us quizzically wondering what other sort of unconventional vampire films might be hanging out there.
It's really different. It's not like a Bela Lugosi or a Christopher Lee. It's quite unconventional.
Unconventional? Yeah, you know, what about Blood of Dracula and not the Christopher Lee version, the one that we showed that was filmed in a girls' school?
What do you think, Zelda?
Well, I don't know. Nosferatu would be my pick. I mean, it's from the Bram Stoker novel, and, well, he's no George Hamilton.
Close.
But, you know, he's a shriveled up monster. But that would be my pick.
Kind of like Shriveled Monster, kind of like the George Hamilton of today.
What do you say, Theodore?
Well, I think I would go with the Roman Polanski film, The Fearless Vampire Killers, or Pardon Me, Your Teeth Are in My Neck.
That was Roman Polanski.
That was a Polanski, yeah.
Well, anyway, cats, we hope that you will stick with us and dig Queen of Blood.
I just heard the news.
And I was just trying to get up enough courage to tell you.
Well, we sort of figured it might happen this way.
I know.
Oh, look. I'm sure I'm going to be on the next ship. I'll make a date right now to see you there. In fact, I tell you what. I'll take you dancing on Mars. How about that?
Attention. Astronaut Laura James. Laura James, please report to the Central Conference Room for a press and television interview.
Hey, you're going to be the most famous girl in America. Now go on, tell them who you are and where you came from.
Last 27 seconds and counting. Vernier, start.
Report the ready position.
2/0, minus X-ray, 1-2.
All systems green, Delta minus 1/8 seconds to start.
Ready light is on.
Countdown start.
Calling Lunar 7.
Dr. Faraday speaking.
Commander Brockman reporting, sir.
How are you doing?
Everything according to plan, sir. Astronaut James blacked out during acceleration, but is now revived. All instrument readings normal.
Splendid, Commander. Just keep going.
Yes, sir. We intend to, sir.
Accounting for the DH factor of drift, we've progressed 75 million miles toward Mars and are passing through perihelion to the Sun. Mars is giving off a red coloring and is becoming more vivid as we approach. It suggests that there is a really deep oxidation of the planet's major substance. How does that sound for the ship's log, sir?
Very good. Accurate and rather imaginative.
Thank you, sir.
Maybe when we get back to Earth, you can have that published. And you'll be known as that famous writer-astronaut fellow.
Well, I never thought of it that way. Oh, it's dinner time. Commander, aren't you going to eat dinner?
No, I'm not very hungry.
How about you? You very hungry?
I'm starved.
Well, good. So am I. Let's go eat.
What's that? Something's happened to the instruments controlled sight room.
It's a sunburst.
Put on your helmets. Hold your visor.
I'm switching to emergency controls on Group 3 and Group 7.
On to maximum protection.
All controls are working.
Use all power available.
Yes, sir.
I don't like this at all. Why haven't we heard from them?
Lunar Station 7. Calling Lunar 7.
Laura? Laura? This is Faraday. Are you all right? We've just recorded a major sunburst.
We are now trying to enter the orbit of Mars. The sunburst severely damaged exterior instruments. Using emergency instruments only. Very difficult.
Laura! Laura! Come here, Luciano.
It's not transmitting.
Strange noises in apartments.
Hellmouths that will not be silenced.
What could it mean?
Oh, it can only mean one thing and one thing only. The mail is in, and I mean real in, baby. There it is.
It's in there. What do we have? What do we have?
Ooh, one for each of us.
Do it, Bird. What do we have?
Yes, yes,
who wants to go first?
Oh, well, I'll lead it up because, well, we have a reference to one of our patron saints from Mr. John Fulcher responding to a recent screening of Plan 9 from Outer Space. And John says, my life is a horror film directed by Ed Wood Jr. Sometime at night when all is quiet, I can hear the voice of Criswell. So ends another day for this poor, horrible creature. Even in his sleep, he could not escape the pain of his tortured existence as visions of monsters, graveyard, and demons fill his dream. And what will tomorrow bring? More horror? More tragedy? Perhaps a ray of sunshine, a glimmer of hope. Only the fates know for sure. For now, sleep. Sleep, dear monster. Perhaps one day you will sleep forever and dream no more. Well, Mr. John Fulcher, maybe there's an antacid for that. But anyway, thanks for sharing.
Oh, that was lovely. Thank you. Hey, I got a far out request too. This is from George Woolston, who asks if we take requests. And yes, we often do. If we can, we try to provide. But anyway, my news feed says today is Anthony Hopkins' birthday, and I was recalling the first time I saw him in the movie Magic. You cats should see if that weird psychodrama is available. It also stars the heppest, zaniest kitten of the 60s, Anne Margaret. I can just see her now in those skin-hugging capri pants. Okay, there it is. Down, George, down. Dancing with, snapping her fingers. Maybe that's why he's writing to us. Anyway, I don't ever recall seeing Magic on normal TV. Have a happy 2017.
You won't.
What is this normal TV?
Yeah, really.
This is normal. Oh, sorry, George. I love that movie. I know what you're talking about.
Good film.
We'll look for it.
We'll check the vault.
We'll check the vault.
We'll check under the furniture.
What do you got?
Find it there. Well, this is from our old friend Matthew Bauer, who was commenting on an illustration of the screaming skull that we posted on our Facebook page, which you should check out if you haven't. And he said it's more like the chortling skull or the mildly amused skull, not so much screaming in that particular poster. Well, you know what? I think that was probably taken during a rehearsal, which is why there was not. He was saving it, you know?
Saving it for the moment.
Well, you know, and that does happen when Harvard graduates watch our show.
Ah, yes,
They start
yes,
to get
yes.
nitpicky.
They do.
Thanks, Matt. We love when you chime in.
I love that he undergraduated at Offbeat Cinema, though.
Anyway, cats, let's get back to Queen of Blood. It's just too good.
I'm very much concerned about the Oceano's fuel supply. That accident forced them to use more than they could spare.
You mean they may have trouble landing?
No, but it'll be touch and go on the return trip. We must get the Oceano 2 launched sooner.
Lunar 7, calling Lunar 7. This is Oceano. Oceano calling Lunar 7.
We read you, Oceano. Over.
Laura, this is Faraday speaking.
We have good news. We've located the interstellar vehicle. It is in section 18, Unit 5.
Got it.
We are now entering orbit position to land. We will transmit again from Mars.
Well, gentlemen, our mystery should be solved very soon.
Let's go, Paul, and see what we can find. We'll stay in contact with you. I'll go ahead, you stay here. But I'll give you a signal if I want you to come on.
May we speak to you for a moment, Dr. Faraday?
Certainly, gentlemen. What's on your minds?
Well, we've been trying to figure out what's happened to the other space people. I mean, it seems there must be more than one dead man.
But of course there's more than one dead man. The others must have boarded a rescue rocket, which at this very instant is marooned someplace else on Mars. It's the only possible explanation.
Then we'd have to send observation satellites, isn't that correct, sir?
It's the only way to find the other ship. Unfortunately, Oceano 2 isn't ready for blastoff yet.
Oh, that's what we wanted to talk to you about. The rocket ship Meteor is ready to go. And Tony and I figure we can take the observation satellites on it and get them there immediately.
Gentlemen, the Meteor is much too small a ship for that kind of trip. Your fuel would be all used up. You couldn't even land on Mars, much less return to Earth.
We don't intend to land on Mars.
What?
Look, Dr. Faraday, let me show you what we mean.
All right.
After we put the satellites into orbit, we can land on one of the moons of Mars, Phobos. We'll have plenty of fuel for this because the gravity here is so slight. And from Phobos, we can get to Mars in our rescue ship.
Clever. Logical. Possible, but it's too great a risk. The slightest miscalculation would mean complete disaster.
Every space flight is risky, Dr. Faraday.
No, really, Doctor, this is too important. We have our calculations carefully worked out. I know we can do it.
You're either fools or very brave men. I'll see what can be arranged.
cue it up. How do you cue it up? No matter how you cue it up, do it up with Mighty Taco's new grilled pressed quesadilla-style burrito. Say cheese, as the Mighty Q is a vegetarian option. Or go with big fajita-style chicken or steak. The Mighty Q is perfect for dipping, so add your favorite nacho cheese, sour cream, guacamole, or salsa. The Mighty Q is here and only at Mighty Taco.
What is Terrapin Station? Well, it's for the living and the dead. It's a unique boutique for the normal and the not so normal. Terrapin Station, Buffalo's most exciting specialty shop, offers you candles, imported clothing, jewelry, books, posters, music, and more. So stop in and say hi at Terrapin Station, 1172 Pearl.
So stop in and say hi.
I'm Tori Spelling. As a wife, mother, actress, it is tough finding balance, but I did find clarity with Psychic Source. A reading from one of their advisors gives me an unbiased perspective on everything. With hundreds of carefully screened advisors, you choose the one that's right for you.
My hope is that when we hang up, that you'll have a peace and an understanding that you didn't have before.
Call now for your special introductory rate of 75 cents per minute by phone or chat. The best psychics are waiting to help you find answers and insights 24/7. And if you're not completely satisfied, your reading is free.
Why not empower yourself with the possibilities in your life?
Call 1-800-574-6281 now. That's 1-800-574-6281 for your special rate of 75 cents per minute. Psychic Source. Life's possibilities revealed. Call 1-800-574-6281 now for your special rate of 75 cents per minute.
Hello, Meteor.
Hello, Oceano. We have arrived in orbit.
Congratulations, Tony. Let me speak to your co-pilot. There's someone here who wants to say hello.
Alan can't speak now. He's releasing the observation satellites. Let's talk again at 22:30 hours.
All right.
Paul, Laura, come here. You can see the satellite. Look.
Now we'll find him. We'll find him for sure.
You better radio the Oceano. I think somebody wants to say hello to you.
Calling Laura James. Calling Laura James. Come in, Laura James.
That is not the correct contact signal, Astronaut Brenner.
It seems to be the correct signal for me, Astronaut James.
Alan, where are you?
We've landed on Phobos.
This is Brockman. How is it there?
Well, okay, I guess. We'll inspect it in a moment.
That wouldn't be advisable, Alan. We've calculated your timing for landing. You must leave within 32 minutes.
Alan, if you don't leave now, you'll have to stay a whole week.
Okay, we'll be there within 2 hours. And remember, we're expecting a very warm welcome. You'll get it. The Martian girls are dying to meet you.
You'd better hurry. A strong wind is coming up here. You now have 29 minutes left.
Thank you, Astronaut James. We'll see you soon.
Alan, come here. What is that?
I don't know. But I think we'd better find out. ship is on Mars. The rescue ship landed here on Phobos.
Meteor, please answer. You now have only 17 minutes. 17 minutes. Answer, please.
This is Meteor. We have amazing news for you. It turns out they landed on Phobos.
I don't...
Who's they?
The astronauts from the other planet. The rescue ship landed here, and one of them is alive. We're going to bring her with us.
But your rescue ship can only carry 2 people.
I know. Do you have any suggestions? Hey, what?
This is something we've got to decide between ourselves, Tony. You heard Laura. 17 minutes. 16 now.
Well, I know, but...
We've got no choice, Tony. The rescue ship can't possibly carry more than 2. And this being is the whole reason we came here. Okay, I'll stay. There's a decent chance that Oceana 2 will get here in time.
No.
So you go ahead and take her.
No, that wouldn't be fair.
Look, we don't have time to argue. If we miss the start, all 3 of us might die.
Okay. Let's flip for it.
All right, if it'll make you feel better. I haven't got any coins. All I have is paper moon money.
My old American good luck piece. Call it.
Heads.
Meteor. Meteor, answer, please, Alan. I want to talk to you.
It's no use. They had a decision to make, and I'm sure they've made it by now. Put up the radio beacon. Whoever is piloting that ship, they'll need all the help he can get in this storm.
I don't think we'll have any real difficulty in finding him. Even on foot, he must be following the beacon in this storm.
No. Don't worry about it. We're going to find him.
You know, Katz, watching this film tonight reminds me of just how many familiar faces that you're going to be seeing here tonight. I mean, not only is the great Basil Rathbone, who was everybody's idea of Sherlock Holmes here, you see Dennis Hopper, the cool, iconic actor of that era, in a very early role. Florence Marly, who plays the Queen in this film tonight, well, she was quite a character in herself. And of course, she does this crazy vampire thing without saying a word, and she is as creepy as Bird's Laundry on day 13. Now, there's lots more that I could say about this film, like Curtis Harrington, the director. Now, Zelda, you'll want to make note of this. Curtis Harrington, the director, was kind of an interesting guy, and he was working in experimental films with this other crazy cat by the name of Ken Anger. And the two of them got together and started working together. And then, of course, Curtis went on to direct many, many seasons of the Dynasty TV show in the 1970s. And Curtis used to say that was really his sort of meat and potatoes, but his art, man, was in Queen of Blood.
Oh. That's her. That's our visitor from another planet.
Strange. She seems so human, yet obviously not human at all.
I know, it's uncanny. It's like what would happen to us if we'd been in another atmosphere.
Does she seem to be all right?
Anders just took her pulse. He says that it's beating much stronger than a human's if they were unconscious. So.
Paul.
What?
Who brought her? Alan. Oh, I was so afraid you were going to stay.
Are you sure, Commander, that there's not going to be enough fuel?
I'm sorry, Alan, there isn't.
Enough for what?
I wanted to pick up Tony.
Laura, contact Luna 7. I want to talk to Dr. Faraday about this.
Yes, sir.
The female astronaut is with us, Doctor. She's still unconscious, but seems to be in a good condition.
We're very thrilled by your success. Congratulations. Then you'll blast off immediately.
Yes, Doctor. But we're very concerned about astronaut Barata. He's marooned on Phobos, and we don't have enough fuel to pick him up. What's the status of Oceano 2?
Oceano 2 will be ready to blast off this week. It seems to me that if Barata uses his emergency ration sparingly, he ought to be able to hold out very well.
Thank you, Doctor. We'll convey that message to him.
Godspeed, my friends.
We'll see you soon, Doctor.
Get me the meteor. Hello, Meteor. This is Command Ship Oceano calling. Hello, Meteor. This is Command Ship Oceano calling. Answer, please.
Tony, this is Alan. Listen, Tony, we have good news for you. Are you listening? Please answer. Media calling, spaceship Media. This is Command Ship Oceano calling. Why doesn't he answer? Are you sure you're sending properly, Laura?
Yes, Alan.
He's sending for him.
We'll just have to keep trying until we get him. Hello, Media. This is Command Ship Oceano. Answer, please. Tony, are you there? I have important news for you.
This is Meteor. Do you hear me?
Tony, we do hear you. Why haven't you answered?
I went outside to collect some soil samples. I'm going to set up a little lab here. Keep myself busy for a while.
That's great, Tony. Because, listen, we have good news for you. Oceano 2 blasts off in a week. And Dr. Faraday says it can get to you. Just don't eat too much.
Thanks, I won't.
You're going to be okay, Tony.
Yeah. You have a good trip back, you hear? Take good care of your passenger.
Yeah, we will. Listen, Tony, we're going to have to blast off right now. So, over and out.
Over and out.
Commander, she's coming around.
Well, it's time we got started. Alan, prepare a navigational chart.
Yes, Commander.
Laura, begin the timing check now.
Yes, Commander.
4.
Yes, sir.
I want you to make a thorough check of the electrical system and gravity simulator. Be sure we didn't miss any of the damage that was caused by the sunburst.
Yes, sir.
And oh, Paul, I think you were the logical choice to take care of our passenger. I thought of suggesting it to Laura. But it seems our visitor doesn't get along very well with her own sex.
Yes, sir. Well, I'll do my best, Commander. You can count on me, sir.
I'm sure you will.
E4 in approximately 11 minutes. D1.
When you're thirsty, you suck water up like this. See? Now you try it. Go ahead. It's all right. Look, like this. See? Go ahead. That's very good. Now, how about the eating department? Let's try that, huh? See? Like this. It's good. It's not that it tastes so great, but it's so good for you. All right, now you try. Look, like this. Right. I think we're going to have a little trouble in the eating department, sir.
How's she responding to the ship's atmosphere? Is it giving her any trouble?
No, she seems to be responding fine, sir.
Perhaps she is only accustomed to some sort of liquid nourishment. You realize, Paul, that her life pattern may be very different from her own.
Mm-hmm.
Look at her skin, for instance. It appears to have a high chlorophyll content. She may, in certain respects, be more akin to plant life than animal life as we know it. She may even take in some nourishment from the atmosphere through her skin.
I keep wondering what she's thinking.
Well, Paul, the answers to all these questions science will give us. When we bring her back to Earth where they can do adequate tests. In the meantime, though, there is something I can do that may tell us more.
What's that, sir?
I want to study a sample of her blood under the microscope. Flora, syringe ready? Take her arm, Paul.
Yes, sir. What's the matter? We're not going to hurt you.
I'll get another hypo, Commander.
No, Laura, wait. This is more than some childish fear of the needle. Perhaps she has an extremely low pain threshold. Perhaps.
Perhaps what, sir?
I don't know. But we mustn't do anything that may affect her health adversely. She's probably the most valuable specimen for scientific research in the history of our planet. To get her back to Earth safely has to be our first consideration. Paul, it's your turn to watch the controls, isn't it?
Yes, Commander, it is, sir.
We'll discuss her puzzling behavior later on again. You know, it might be a good idea to put out some food for her. Perhaps if she gets very hungry, she'll give it a try.
I have some right here, sir. Oh. I have to go mind the controls of this old ship now. I'm leaving you some food here in case you get hungry. Some water. You ought to try to get some sleep. You know, sleep? All right? Sleep? Okay.
Cue it up. How do you cue it up? No matter how you cue it up, do it up with Mighty Taco's new grilled pressed quesadilla-style burrito. Say cheese, as the Mighty Q is a vegetarian option. Or go with big fajita-style chicken or steak. The Mighty Q is perfect for dipping, so add your favorite nacho cheese, sour cream, guacamole, or salsa. The Mighty Q is here and only at
Mighty Taco.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help. And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse. Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Are you losing hope? You can recover and get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought I could be someone who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares.
Call 800-765-6950. 800-765-6950.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
I owed the IRS $20,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal.
We saved our home and overcame the most powerful collection agency in the world.
We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who get the IRS off your back. Time is running out. Call Tax Solutions Now.
Call 800-748-8421, 800-748-8421.
I've spent more time with her than the others. And I think that I've noticed something about her that the others haven't noticed yet. She has...
Paul. Paul, wake up. What's the matter? Laura, Alan, something's happened to Paul. What happened? He's dead. How? I don't know yet. Laura, check our passenger. See if she's all right.
Yes. Could he have had a heart attack? He seemed perfectly well last night.
He was perfectly well. Look. Now we know how she feeds, at least.
She's a monster.
You notice how deep and heavy her breathing is? She's gorged herself with fresh blood. And now she's digesting like a boa constrictor that has swallowed a whole animal. She may remain like this for days. It's fascinating.
Fascinating. It's horrible. We ought to destroy her right now.
No, no, Alan, she's much too precious for that. Besides, how can we expect her to conform to our ideas of proper behavior? She's not necessarily aware that she has done wrong. Wrong from our point of view, that is.
But she's much more than just an animal. She comes from a highly evolved planet.
Technologically evolved, yes. But what about their social structure? Moral concepts, as we recognize them, may be non-existent in their society. They may be some sort of intellectual insect.
Which feeds on human beings.
Not ordinarily, no. They probably feed on the blood of some lower form of animal life on that planet, as we do on ours.
No, not on blood.
Oh, Alan, there's such a difference between blood and a rare beefsteak.
All right, but what do we do? Take turns playing dinner for her?
I don't think that will be necessary. We have a good supply of blood plasma with us. We'll use that to feed her.
We found astronaut Paul Grant dead at 00 hours this morning. Cause of death has been determined as loss of blood.
How did it happen?
I hope this won't sound too fantastic, Doctor. It's not very pleasant. The creature from the other planet, she fed on Paul, on his blood.
How are you proceeding?
The passenger is sleeping, not digesting. Apparently, she only feeds at intervals. We intend to give her blood plasma in the future.
I see. You understand how important it is to keep her well and to bring her back with you safely.
Commander Brockman has made this clear, Doctor.
You will follow Emergency Plan 82 for the disposal of astronaut Grant's body.
Yes, sir. That is our intention.
Very well. Contact again in 24 hours.
We will, Dr. Faraday.
One should not be shocked by anything we find out there. Gentlemen, the particular nature of our visitor from space, for the moment, does not go beyond this room.
No, sir.
Bradley?
Yes, sir.
Notify next of kin of Paul Grant's death. This death in line of duty, cause or causes unknown.
Go ahead, Alan. Read now, Laura.
Know ye that the Lord, he is God. It is he that hath made us, not we ourselves. We are his people and the sheep of his pasture. Enter into his gates with thanksgiving, and into his courts with praise. For ye must know that God will redeem thy soul from the power of the grave. For he shall receive thee. Amen.
Into the wastes of outer space. It's a fitting grave for an astronaut. Laura, will you check the automatic pilot for me?
Yes, sir.
Alan, I need some exercise.
Well, don't you think we ought to keep that thing tied up or something? I mean, when she wakes again, she's going to be dangerous.
She'll only be dangerous when she's hungry, or if you're all asleep. So, we'll keep her fed And one of us is going to stay awake at all time.
You know, there's one thing that really bothers me.
What's that?
There wasn't any sign of a struggle.
She must have attacked him in his sleep.
What do you mean, that he wouldn't have felt it and wakened up?
Not necessarily. People are often unaware of being attacked by a vampire bat while they're sleeping. Perhaps nature has given her a protective saliva that deadens the pain of the victim. Then afterwards, because of the lack of blood, consciousness never returns. No, Albert, I don't think it is a mystery that there was no sign of a struggle. She ought to like this. They must have fed something similar to her fellow astronauts on her ship. Go ahead, try it. It's better than water. There, you see? She'll be well fed, we'll be safe, and we'll bring a healthy specimen home with us.
And if we run out of plasma, Commander?
Well, in that case, we may have to take turns in contributing to her well-being. Oh, I know it sounds ghoulish, but is it really so different from having a patient aboard who needs frequent transfusions? She has been eating the plasma regularly and appears to be in good health. However, yesterday we ran out of supply, and from now on, it will be necessary. Wake up this time, you won't be able to move.
Look at it. Gorged with human blood. Digesting. Makes me sick even to look at her.
I can't understand how Anders could have fallen asleep when he knew that she
didn't fall asleep. I'm convinced of that now. And I don't think Paul did either. She does something. I don't know what. Kind of hypnosis. Some strange mental power that we don't have. I sensed it from the beginning. And it's deadly.
Alan, I'm really afraid now for the first time.
Well, don't be. We're going to get back to Earth, all right. And we're going to take our monster visitor with us. I only hope they know what to do with her.
You're close enough now to retain Commander Brockman's body on board with you. Now, after you land, it might be instructive to perform an autopsy.
Yes, Dr. Faraday.
I trust you're taking the utmost precautions from now on.
Absolutely, sir.
Now, your best landing location will be the Earth. We'll go into orbit for 24 hours, and then receive final instructions. After today, change your radio contact to the Space Institute frequency. I shall be leaving for Earth almost immediately. Is that clear?
Yes, Dr. Faraday. We'll see you very soon.
Good luck. I don't need it. Things are going very badly on that ship. Very badly indeed.
Mighty Taco, Mighty Taco.
What is Terrapin Station? Well, it's for the living and the dead. It's a unique boutique for the normal and the not so normal. Terrapin Station, Buffalo's most exciting specialty shop, offers you candles, imported clothing, jewelry, books, posters, music, and more. So stop in and say hi at Terrapin Station, 1172 Pearl.
So stop in and say hi.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
I owed the IRS $20,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal.
We saved our home and overcame the most powerful collection agency in the world.
We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who get the IRS off your back. Time is running out. Call Tax Solutions now.
Call 800-748-8421, 800-748-8421.
What is Terrapin Station? Well, it's for the living and the dead. It's a unique boutique for the normal and the not so normal. Terrapin Station, Buffalo's most exciting specialty shop, offers you candles, imported clothing, jewelry, books, posters, music, and more. So stop in and say hi at Terrapin Station, 1172 Pearl.
So stop in and say hi.
Mighty Taco, Mighty Taco.
Alan?
She got to me, didn't she?
Yes.
What happened?
I woke up, found her, pulled her off of you. We fought, and she just ran away. I don't think I really hurt her.
Where is she?
Alan,
I better go look.
please don't.
No, I'm all right now. Really, I'm all right.
What's happened to her?
No, don't come any closer, Laura. She's dead. Now I know why she wouldn't let us take that blood sample.
Why?
She's bled to death. All you did was scratch her, and she's bled to death. She's a hemophiliac. Perhaps she was some sort of royalty where she came from. A queen, maybe. I thought we weren't going to have enough fuel. We might get our sun goggles. We haven't seen sunlight for so long, we might be blinded by it. But it'll sure feel good. What is it?
It's some kind of egg.
Eggs? That's it. That's why they sent her. She wasn't just an ambassador. She was a queen. A queen bee. Maybe this is how their society is set up. A queen who does all the breeding. Or maybe their planet was dying and they just sent her to bring her kind to Earth. Laura, we have to destroy it.
But Alan.
But don't you realize what they were trying to do? They sent her to Earth to find a new feeding ground for her race. To them, we're just animals to be eaten. We can't let these creatures breed on Earth.
Alan, that's not for us to decide. Scientists from all over the world have been waiting for us to bring back something living, and they'll keep them under control.
wonder.
Besides, it's too late. It's just as I thought. She has them hidden all over the ship.
They'll have to tear their ship apart piece by piece and fumigate it. Doctor, we've got to warn you that we discovered the whole ship is infested with the eggs of their creature, and they're alive and growing.
Wonderful, wonderful. Where are they? Alive and growing, you say? Extraordinary.
I don't think you realize, Doctor, they should be destroyed immediately.
Come, my boy. You've just returned from an amazing but a very tiring trip. We may destroy them and we may not, but at least we must see what we had. Isn't that right, Laura?
I think so, Doctor.
You brought back something unique and marvelous from another world. You can be very proud.
But, Doctor, they're deadly.
I appreciate your warning, my boy. We shall take every precaution. Help me, will you, gentlemen? We have some very precious samples to remove from this ship.
Well, I tried.
They're scientists, Alan. They know what they're doing.
I hope so. Come on, let's touch Earth and feel sunshine on our faces again.
That was one far-gone flick, you know? And it's one you don't often see, and maybe for good reason. But when it's shown, it's gonna be shown here on Offbeat Cinema.
That is the truth, Bird. That is the truth. Because as you know, here on Offbeat Cinema, we continue to provide you with all the coolest flicks, the good, the bad, and the foreign.
So join us, cats. Join us next week. Join us every week. We love to see you and talk to you and read your mail. And, you know, we show the movies that you want to see. So you know what to do. Until then.
Keep watching the skies. Just keep watching the skies.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight.
We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.